Hello, everyone. How's my audio? We're reviewing this clip from a couple of Muslims who had a reaction to this ad by Nike. By the way, I didn't know it was Nike. I thought it was Nike. I was telling you guys in the previous video what the next live stream is going to be, and I was going through them, and I got to Nike, and I was like, "Wait, is it Nike or Nike?" And I was embarrassed not to know, so I didn't say. I just quit. If you notice, if you go back and see, I could quit the video right there. But then I realized that when I looked what's the right pronunciation, I realized a whole bunch of other people were confused as well. So I'm not embarrassed anymore. But you're gonna see these people's reaction. My audio is good. Audio is great. Mark on Twitch is saying audio is great. So guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, P2020 is also saying that follow us on Twitch. So link in the description, I think. Yes. And Soha is reminding everybody to like and subscribe and hit the bell button, because if you don't hit the bell button, you're going to see this video later instead of being part of the conversation like all these lovely people in the live chat. So I was saying audio is great as well. Shopam. Hey, Shopam is here. Okay, let's watch the video.
Don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport.
So by the way, did you see that one scene? Okay, the entire ad was like 1 minute and 30 seconds, and this is like just a few seconds of it here. Okay, so if you watch the ad, you can see a whole bunch of like underrepresented people are being featured, and then it gets to the Muslim. This is, by the way, this is not. I bet you a whole bunch of Muslims are going to be offended by this as well, because a lot of Muslims don't even wear the hijab, and the ones that do wear the hijab often don't wear this much hijab. So they're like, this is, again, not hashtag not all, but a lot of Muslims might say like, yeah, this is not Muslim. If you think Muslim, we don't want people to think this, right? Again, I'm not saying if they're right or wrong. I'm just saying there's a lot of Muslims don't like it when this is the representative of an image of a Muslim. Okay, so that's another. I'm pretty sure the Muslim conservatives don't have that issue with her dressing. The Muslim conservatives would have an issue with why she's on a skateboard, probably. But that's not the topic that they're all triggered about here. But the thing that they're all triggered about right now is this like from 1 minute and 30 second ad, is this half a second, like what? Yep, that's what they don't like. Okay, I don't know if I can play the audio, because I don't know if I'm gonna get this is gonna get oh good, there's captions, so I don't have to play the audio because there's a music, and I don't know if the music is gonna make this video go get a strike or something, but I don't have to play it, because you can see right when this happened, you can see exactly at the second that the Muslim was turning into an LGBT rights advocate. What happened was they said, and if we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport, right? So this was like, not only did they not like that you had the gay rights activist next to a Muslim woman, their idea is that you're saying change the sport right when the Muslim is turning into a gay rights activist. They're like, what is happening here? So they're like, they are like, okay. So they're upset about this, right? So you see, let's see what. So I have 3 videos prepared for us to go over. I'm going to look at the live chat as well. Hold on. I have this one by Ali Dawah. And then this Muslim lady from a very popular Muslim channel, One Path Network. They have a very big Facebook page as well. And this one by Nasiha Caesar. His problem with the video is very different from the rest of them, okay? These 2 reactions are common conservative Muslim reaction. This one is very original, like very a person that takes his faith more. Like, this guy is different from the rest of it. Not common take, but it's interesting. Let me look at the live chat and see what you guys are saying. Burqa hijab Olympics. Let me see who else is saying. Okay, nobody else said much anything. Smithing. Oh yeah, Smithy is saying, I assume the implication was to change sports rules to be more inclusive. Yeah, this is what I take. They taking it like, oh, you want to change Muslims if they don't fit, they should get. No, that wasn't. I think this was like a happy accident, because the entire message of the ad is like, we need to include everybody, and they're just putting like disabled, minority groups. What else? I don't know. There's a whole bunch of examples of everybody should be included. So this one obviously was like Muslims, LGBTQ. They weren't like, do you really think Nike is like, hey, Muslims, get with the times or get the fuck out? Like, I don't think Nike would say. I don't think Nike would have a message like that. Come on, like, this is conspiracy level. I think that the thing that made it a lot worse, I think this is an accident that the word change happened right here. I don't think that was what they were trying to say. I think they were saying like, we were accepting to Muslims, to LGBTQ. I think that was their intention. This was just my Occam's razor for me. I'm gonna guess that this was just an accident. Let me know if you disagree, but let's see what Ali Dawah say.
If we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport.
If we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport. Now that can mean,
Hold on. Is the audio okay with this?
in any way, that can be a subliminal message of, you know, if we don't fit it as a Muslim woman or a Muslim sister or a Muslim brother, yeah, and then she comes back, yeah, and she comes back. She's man, they were just sinning, and now they transition into a Niqabi hijabi.
Okay.
This journey.
Oh, wait. I don't want Ali Dawah to be able to strike us for his music.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters and dear friends. Hope you guys are well, inshallah. Welcome to this video. Beautiful day. And we're going to, inshallah, look at this Nike ad video from a different perspective. Perspective.
He said Nike. It's not Nike. It's Nike. Isn't it Nike?
And these three perspectives.
Oh, wait. They're also saying boycott Nike and support Muslim businesses. Oh, and is that his business?
Fit beautifully with a Quran ayah in Surah Fatir, verse 32. 3 things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions. So how do these 3 correlate, brothers and sisters? We're going to go through that. So the recent ad that was done by Nike. Now, I want to make something very clear, yeah? Now, do I blame Nike? Not really, in the context of, look, Nike is there to make money. It's simple as that. In a capitalistic world where everything's about materialism and money, that's what they're doing. They're just making money. So, brothers and sisters, do not be very surprised when you see these kind of things of a Niqabi going into a transition into another screen of a woman, if I'm not mistaken, who might be maybe shaved the head off, a bisexual, transsexual, or whatever she wants to identify, gender neutral, a piano, a guitar, a skateboard, whatever she wants to.
Oh, that joke. Okay, that joke that they. I mean, come on, this is so overused. Piano. This is the Apache helicopter joke that the transphobic people make,
or he wants to identify himself as. So the thing is, don't be surprised, because at the end of the day, is it that Nike cares about the LGBTQ, other letters community?
Oh, there you go. That's another transphobic joke. The people that say, oh, LGBTQ is that blah, 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 blah. Okay. You know, you guys, you know, these people are so ungrateful. The movements that they're like shaming, like, oh yeah, piano, you could identify as a piano. Oh, LGBTQ, blah, 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 blah. These people, these movements are the reason why you are not, you know, you have some protection where you are. Okay, you are so ungrateful. You're biting the hands that is feeding you.
And the Muslims, not really, because Nike does hijabs for sisters. Wherever money is to be made, they are there. It's as simple as that. So yes, I know there's some subliminal messages in that. We can't blame that. You know, why out of all people you choose why don't you choose a Christian woman or a Jewish woman or a Jewish man transition into that? You know, why not? Why a Muslim woman? Anyway.
Well, because Muslim people are up. See, this is what I'm talking about. They're so ungrateful. Do you know why there wasn't a Christian woman in that ad? I'm not sure if there was, but if it wasn't, it makes sense, because Christian women are not being excluded or discriminated against in sports. Okay? The ad was like, hey, let's include people who are historically discriminated against, which your ungrateful ass doesn't appreciate, because they're trying to include Muslims. God damn you. Hold on, let me see. And P2020 is saying, yeah, when it's their part to troll others, it's fair game until they're receiving the receiving end, and then we see their fireworks. Yeah.
And I'm sure, I know there's a lot of sisters who do some good skateboarding skills. I've seen some, not that I've been looking, but you see some. Actually, I think I saw a sister doing some mad skills on a skateboard. So yeah, alhamdulillah, there is potential there. Anyways, that's
wait,
not my
was that a joke? I missed the joke. Sorry.
So yeah, alhamdulillah, there is potential there. Good skateboarding skills. I've seen some, not that I've been looking, but see some. Actually, I think I saw a sister doing some mad skills on a skateboard. So yeah, alhamdulillah, there is potential there.
Wait, was that a joke?
That's not my point. My point is the following. Now let's watch the video. I want us to look at this in 3 different angles. Let's be creative with our mind. Let's watch it.
Hold on, let's see. The P2020 saying no, Marco. Hey, Marco is saying the Apache helicopter joke is stupid because it is just illogical. It's a combat air vehicle that actually causes a lot of harm, while trans people don't harm him. Well, I mean, there's a billion reasons why that's a stupid comparison, but I mean, it's not meant to be logical anyway, so it doesn't matter. Nike haram, just do it. Yeah.
Fit the sport will change the sport.
Okay, let's hear that again. It's 4 seconds.
And if we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport.
If we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport. Now, that can mean in any way. That can be a subliminal message of, if we don't fit it, as a Muslim woman or a Muslim sister or a Muslim brother, if you don't fit Islam,
no,
you can change Islam.
What? Do you really think Nike? Okay, you just admitted in the beginning of the clip. I was going to say movie. At the beginning of the clip that Nike is here to make money, right? Why would a corporation that is trying to use these movements to appeal to a broader base, right? Why would they be in the business of Islam? Get with the times or else we're coming for Islam. Like, why? Why would they do that? No, that's our job, to be fair, right? But why would Nike do that? Like, honestly, like, they're saying we would change the sport as in... Obviously, the message is like we're going to be accepting to Muslims and LGBT members. That's how we're going to change the sport. If there's no room for these people, we'll change the sport so that there is room for all of these people. How could you not get that message from that? Come on, guys. Am I being unreasonable? Is he seeing something? Is he reading something that is not there? Or does he have a point?
We can see from the angle. It could mean that can be a subliminal message. Why not? You don't fit into it. If we don't fit the sport, we will change the sport.
Why?
And this is what LGBT.
Why would Nike do that? Why would that be in the best interest of Nike? Obviously, it's in the best interest of Nike to appeal to more customers, whether they're Muslim or not. Why would Nike make it their mission? They're looking at these movements throughout the history. These corporations are like, oh, women suffrage, yeah, okay, let's make that's becoming popular. Let's make more products and be like, hey, if you are an independent woman, then smoke like a man. Oh no, now this is black rights activism is like becoming popular. Oh, okay, let's have some ads with some black people in it. Like, let's get with the times and appeal to a broader market. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, it's good, because now, I mean, it's kind of a promotes equality because everyone's dollars are green, whatever their skin color or sexual orientation or gender identity or anything else is, right? So it's capitalism in that sense, kind of sometimes promotes equality, but yeah, I don't know. It's not. That's a different topic. We could discuss whether that's harmful or not harmful in a different way, right? In a different video. But the point that I was trying to make, which when I got distracted, was that why they have been doing this forever. Every time there's a movement and it becomes popular, they're like, how can we make money from this, right? How can we appeal to these new people that have a voice and now they're getting attention? We want to jump on this bandwagon, right? That's what they do. You admitted that at the beginning of the video. So why would they now do the opposite and be like, hey, there seems to be promotion of acceptance for minority groups such as Muslims, but let's do exactly the opposite of what would drive higher profits. Let's wage war against Islam. Why would Nike do that? Maybe he's saying that the Muslim hegemony will make Nike and whoever else they fancy bow to them. That's not what he's saying, though. He's saying that the Muslim hegemony will make Nike and her. No. That's not what he's saying. That's not what I heard. Let me see if anybody else. He's saying that Nike wants to tell Muslims they'd either change or get, GTFO. If you're the right wing, if the right wing had to side with either Islamists or trans people, who do you think they would side with? Well, they already admitted that they side with Islamists. Not the right wing. The alt-right has admitted that they admire Islam, admire them because they think that Islam has got most things right, and they respect them as an enemy. So yeah, so they openly admit to thinking that Islam is powerful because. So this is why Islamic values are incomplete. Are completely compatible with alt-right ideology, and alt-right people recognize that.
It's about change. It's about one's desires. It's about me, myself, I. Like Allah says in the Quran, have you seen one who takes himself and his desires as his ilah, as his good?
Especially when it comes to LGBTQ issues. Alt-right people, when they see Muslims fight against LGBTQ, they're like, we could unite on this. They have no problem uniting with Muslims against LGBTQ, but they would never unite with LGBTQ people against Islam, right?
And his desires has his ilah, as his good. So don't think ilah, worshiping something is going and worshiping a tree. It doesn't work like that, yeah? So you can have people who are worshiping different things. So this could be a subliminal message of if it doesn't, what was I going to listen to again?
And if we don't fit the sport,
we'll change the sport. If Islam doesn't fit your lifestyle, you change it. You can change it, transition. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, something very profound. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about his chosen servants. In Surah Fatir, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that his servants that he's inherited, that they've inherited the book, the Quran, the kitab, the books that have come before, yeah? The Quran, that they will be inheriting it. Now, Allah talks about 3 types of people. Now, we're going to be talking about them, and we're going to do a little mix-up. We're going to do a little editing with this video. And let's get some positivity out of this video, inshallah, yeah? With this verse, there's a big connection with this verse, inshallah. Let's put this into perspective. I'm going to have this image now. This image is what? Now, how does these 3 individuals Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about fit into this very image of Niqab? How does it even correlate, brother Ali? What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about, brother? Let me come to it. Listen carefully. Now, the first one Allah said are those who transgress themselves. So you have a sister. I'm going to play it for you. Yeah, a sister in niqab. Yes, let's listen for ourselves. Transgressing. Look, as she's going, she's a niqabi. Or this can be a brother. This just symbolizing a righteous person, I suppose. Yeah, and righteousness is not outer appearance, in an act as well. Please let's make that clear. And what did they do? They transgress themselves and they disobey Allah. Yeah, and let's symbolize that the
Quran proved one for Jesus Christ.
Niqab or the jilbab is that you disobeying Allah, His commandment.
See how loose the connection is? Like people like, oh look, Quran talked about this. Oh, this is exactly what the Quran said. Why? Oh, people would transgress. And look at this video. She was a hijabi and now turned into a LGBT rights activist. Quran confirmed, 100%, undeniable. What the heck? Like, this is how loose. This is people connecting imaginary dots and seeing a shape. This is exactly an example of that.
Yeah, not the actual niqabi job, but the commandments Allah's asking you to do. So from here we can see a niqabi transitioning into somebody who's falling into sin, still a believer, but falling into sin and promoting certain ideologies that shouldn't be promoted, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. So we can say the ayah first one visually. We can say, okay, this fits that. The next one is what, brothers and sisters? The one
we have Christians here. The king of Oh no, you're not a Christian. You're just a. You can't be a Christian if that's your username. You're joking. Okay, we have a troll Christian here. Okay, never mind. I was gonna make fun of your Christianity, but now I realize you're a troll. But it's fun. It's fun to troll. Go ahead.
Ones who are mediocre. So those who are, they try their best. They fall into sin, etc. They come back, they're in between. So let's reverse this. Yeah.
Oh, so the video is not like he's trying to edit the video, be like, oh, look at me, I'm so clever. I'm gonna edit the video to match the Quran. So there's some people that were Muslim, that left the religion, left the Islamic rules, and now I'm gonna edit it to match the second part of the verse.
So those who are,
My
they
God.
try their best, they fall into sin, etc. They come back,
They come back. Oh, he thinks he's being so clever. Like, look at this editing. I'm editing to show you a Quranic verse to get something positive out of this ad.
So let's reverse this, yeah? In the context of, let's show, for example, the Niqabi, yeah, she's practicing, she falls off the deen, yeah? And goes on a matting, yeah, with this flag and stuff.
And she's back, and she's back in the arms of Islam. Alhamdulillah,
yeah.
subhanallah.
Eventually, she comes back, yeah? And she comes back.
Subhanallah.
She sins, but she's doing mediocre, yeah? Okay.
Welcome back,
that
sister.
Is how we can see it.
Welcome back to the faith, sister.
Yeah? That's somebody who is practicing, but sometimes falls off, mediocre, they're trying their best, etc. They come back, etc. Okay. Now, the third one is the ones who outpace. They outpace. They're going forward. So let's take this video and reverse it in the context of, let's put the flag, the woman who's holding the flag on this side, left-hand side, and let's make her transition into a Niqabi in the context of righteousness. So what is it? Outpacing. They might be a revert, they might have Jahiliyyah, they may have just come to Islam, or they were born a Muslim and they were just sinning. And now they transition into...
I'm losing the plot. Are you guys following? I don't know what's happening anymore.
Into a Niqabi hijab in the context of righteous deeds. We're not saying like the outer appearance. And they outpace everybody. Where they were before, they leave that behind, they repent, and they outpace everybody in righteousness, and they do as much righteous deeds as they can. Brothers and sisters, this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about. And wallahi, it is so amazing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts these three people into the same category of inheritors of the Quran. Now, this is very interesting, because if you look at
wow, it's genius. The Quran, man, is so genius. Did you see how nuanced it was? My God. Jeez, guys, can you not see?
The tafsir of this, you see that the valid opinion is that when it talks about these three categories, the ones who sins, the ones who are mediocre, and those who outpace and do a lot of righteous deeds, the first one, a lot of people accept the position that is talking about Muslims who are sinners. But Abdullah bin Abbas and Abdullah bin Masud and a few other companions have held the view that this is talking about the disbelievers. Yani those are disbelievers. So
we're part of the plot now.
No, they're not disbelievers, they're the ones Muslims that are transgressing. Now, it's very important, because what Aisha radiallahu anha says, Aisha is something so profound, and wallah, it just humbles one down.
So profound.
Our mother Aisha radiallahu anha, she says that the ones who are outpacing, so the top one, outpacing others, is those at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, his companions, and those who were promised Jannah. He says, then the second one, who are mediocre, are the ones who just fell behind them. And subhanAllah, look what she says.
Subhanallah.
And she goes, the ones who are transgressed themselves, it goes, they're like us. Brothers and sisters, wallah, isn't that amazing that the Prophet's wife classes herself as one of those who are kind of transgressing?
So
we
humble.
can see that as evidence that it's not talking about the disbelievers, but look at the humbleness of Aisha radiallahu anha, that she's saying.
So she's lying.
She is one of those who transgress.
I never understood that when so Muslims say like, oh, look at our greatest people, the best of best people. Shia say the same thing. Like, oh, look at Ali, look at these are the best of all people. And they're so humble that they're saying like they're the worst of all people. Like, okay, but isn't that, if they know that, isn't that like lying instead of being humble? And if they're not lying, and the best of your people who are being honest by saying that they're actually in the worst category of people, at what point they stop being humble and they're just lying to people? And if they're not lying to people, then who's in those other higher categories? If your best people are not even in those higher categories, doesn't match, doesn't add up. Something. This equation doesn't work unless you just have categories of people with nobody in those categories.
Because she's like, it's a humble way of looking. And you see this with the companions. Like Umar ibn Khattab, he was one of the...
I'm so humble. I lie to people about how great I am.
Promised Jannah. But he feared himself that he's one of the hypocrites, the munafiqun, when the revelation came to list the hypocrites. Brothers and sisters, this shows humbleness, attitude. In the time that we live, people of self-righteous piety, arrogance, this shows you to humble yourself. Brothers and sisters, this is a beautiful reminder, and this is what I took. That's why I agree with the ad. If it's at the perspective that we look at. So, brothers and sisters, I wanted to share that with you, inshallah. Please go and read that specific verse in the Quran, Surah Fatir, verse 32. It's beautiful.
It's not. It's not beautiful, especially the way you read it. All right, let's hear what this woman has to say. I was gonna make a joke, but then I said I better not.
Nike is a brand that is well known for making cool sneakers and some pretty epic ads.
Oh, wow, guys, thanks for clarifying. Did you guys know what Nike was before you watched their intro?
But this time, something has definitely gone wrong. Their recent ad, You Can't Stop Us, gained mixed reviews. From praise for their creative editing to accusations of hypocrisy being a leading brand using forced Uyghur labor in China.
Hey, some fair criticism. That's nice. Thank you. Okay, so she started much better. She said, "Hey, let's be fair. Let's not be like tribal and say like, oh, Muslim lady must be saying something wrong." She used the first 20 seconds of this video to bring attention to something that needs more attention. Great, thank you. I like this so far. I'm gonna give it a like. Okay. Just because of that, I'm going to give it a like, okay? You guys give this video a like as well, the one that you're watching.
Now, on the outset, this appears to be an incredible ad that gives us all kinds of inspirational feels. The music, the transitions, it's incredibly captivating. That is, of course, until this happens.
And if we don't fit the sport, we'll change the sport.
No! It was great until this moment.
Seriously? A Muslim woman skateboarding in a niqab transitioning into a woman skateboarder waving a smoked out LGBT flag.
Hey, I want a smoke flag. Smoke what? Smoke LGBT flag. Where do I get one of those? That looks epic.
Now, a message to the stallions of capitalist wokeness at Nike. With all of those...
Yeah, look at this. But this is what the woke cult needs to recognize, okay? The people that take Islam most seriously, they don't like your woke stuff. They don't like it. They don't like it. They're not your allies. Let me see what P2020 is saying. This woman had a video a month ago complaining about Instagram hijabs taking off their veils, as I recall. Hey, send that to us in our Discord server so I could review that. But how do you know it was the same woman?
Millions of dollars spent on perfecting your marketing campaigns and advertising strategies. Did you not?
Wait, I never understand this. How could, I don't understand people criticizing big corporations for trying to make a lot of money while they're designed to do exactly that. Like, oh my God, how could these institutions that were designed exactly for the purpose of increasing profits do everything they can to increase their profits? How shameful.
Spent on perfecting your marketing weakness at Nike. With all of those millions of dollars spent on perfecting your marketing campaigns and advertising strategies, did you not just think for a second that this was just a bit inappropriate?
We'll change the sport.
See, I'm not sure exactly
how is it inappropriate.
Trying to suggest we should change. But
they're not suggesting you change anything. They were trying to be accepting of your ungrateful ass.
You're trying to suggest that Muslims should somehow change our long-standing Islamic values to conform to today's liberal standards.
See, she's literally saying that. So you guys, if you thought I'm saying misrepresenting them, I'm not. This is what she's saying. Listen.
Islamic values to conform to us, that Muslims should somehow change our long-standing Islamic values to conform to today's liberal standards. You might be a little off.
Honestly, is this not like conspiracy level? Why would Nike want to do that? Think about this. What's your name? I don't know what your name is. Your name is not even here. Think about it. Honestly, think about it. Why you just mentioned Nike wants to make a lot of money, and that's their main motive. You just exactly what you just a few seconds ago. In what way them trying to make Muslims give up their traditions instead of just telling Muslims, hey, we accept you no matter what your traditions and values are? In what way that fighting against Islamic values is going to help Nike make more money. Like, can you tell me how you're connecting the dots here? Like, why would Nike get into that fight? Can you explain that to me?
Or if you're trying to suggest that Muslims are one in the same with the LGBT cause, you might be just a little off there too. And this isn't coming from a place of homophobia.
Wait, what was the second claim? Sorry. Ooh. When people say this is not a case of homophobia, it's usually a case of homophobia. I'm not sure though. It's usually not always, but
the same with the LGBT cause, you might be just a little off.
Oh, see, it is homophobia.
To today's liberal standards, you might be a little off.
Okay.
Or if you're trying to suggest that Muslims are one in the same with the LGBT cause, you might be just a little off there too.
Why? Because Muslims can't accept LGBT causes? Huh? Is that what you're saying? Why? Why not?
And this isn't coming from a place of homophobia nor intolerance towards the LGBT community. But to specifically tie the two groups together just doesn't make any sense.
Wait, is it? That is homophobia. That is homophobia. Okay? That is homophobia. You see? Do you know, for example, why Black rights activists can get along with LGBTQ activists and get together and be like, hey, let's work together. We have a whole bunch of gay, communities in our community as well. And your cause is our cause. And LGBTQ people are like, yeah, you know what? We have a lot of Black people in our community and we are fighting for the same acceptance. And our cause is your cause because the same forces that are oppressing us, they're oppressing you. So yeah, let's hold hands and fight for the same cause. You know why you would think like you cannot mix these two movements together, even though you're fighting for acceptance at the same time? You know why somebody would suggest that you can't mix them? Because you assume that LGBTQ community is outside of Islam, because you can't be inside the Muslim community and be LGBTQ at the same time. Those are two different things. They're completely separate. So in a sense, again, I'd be happy to be argued out of this. It is homophobic. It is homophobic. You're saying our Islamic values do not match your cause, and that's why you go do your thing, but we cannot endorse that because we have different values. What does it mean to have different values? That means we don't think that people should be able to, like, you could fight for it, but we don't fight for it because we don't think it's a worthy cause. We don't think this is something that we think it's a sin. We think it's, we're not forcing you to not fight for LGBTQ rights and stuff, but admitting that this is not something that you value, it's homophobic. Not valuing people being able to live as LGBTQ, or right, is homophobic by definition. I don't know. Am I be stretching? Sorry, Armin, I don't have Discord, but I will append. Oh, in the YouTube comment sections. Okay. I might miss it. I'll try. I mean, it's easy to get Discord. Chopin is saying sometimes you try to include everyone, and there are still ungrateful asses who are pissed at you because they have no idea what you are trying to say. By the way, I'm happy to be told that what I just said is a stretch, and I could change my opinion on that. Very easy. See, here's the thing. I'll teach you guys a trick, okay? If you constantly accept that you could be wrong, it's hard for you to lose any arguments because you're admitting that you proved me wrong. Okay, I have a new position now. So easy. And it's the most intellectually honest thing to do. I don't know why people resist saying like, oh yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay, now I have a new position. People don't like to say that. But once you get used to saying that, you see how easy it is and how intellectually honest it is, and how never mind. It's not just easy to say, but it lifts a whole bunch of weight off of your shoulders for constantly, because this emotional resistance to defending positions that people are proving you wrong on is so difficult to constantly, you know it's wrong, but you were like, oh, I can't be proven wrong. I can't be proven wrong. I have to hold on to this. It's exhausting. Don't do that. As soon as you've been proven wrong, just be like, oh, okay, I was holding this on my back. oh no, I feel so much better. It's just I put it off. You don't have to fight for things when people prove you wrong. You know, it's easy. Try it.
I mean, what does my Muslim Niqabi sister, who rocks some pretty cool moves on the skateboard, have to do with the LGBT cause?
Actually, guys, this is even more. This is pretty impressive, okay? Because not only she has scales, she had scales with all this restrictions on her body. Like to learn all of that with all this baggy clothes, it makes it extra impressive.
LGBT cause. The scene stands out like with the LGBT who rocks some pretty cool moves on the skateboard have to do with the LGBT cause.
See, she's saying, what does it have to do with the LGBT? Why some Muslim woman with some cool tricks in a niqab? What does that have to do with the LGBT cause? See, I think I was right. Okay, I think it's not a stretch. Because why do you think we need, like, okay, what reason do you need for people to be for the LGBT cause? I could be like, yeah, I'm sitting here, and I could be like, I'm for LGBT rights. Yeah, here. I'd be like, what does you sitting on a chair, holding a notepad and a pen and writing something have to do with the LGBT cause? Or you could say, oh, what does being an atheist have to do with the LGBT cause? Or you could like, oh, Armin, you're also, I don't know, you also like to lift weights sometimes. What does lifting weights have to do with the LGBT cause? It doesn't have, we're just for the LGBT. Everybody could be for the LGBT cause. Why do you need, what is, the question should be the other way around. Actually, the question is the other way around. Why is the fact that she's a Muslim woman in the niqab, why would that stop her from being for the LGBT cause? And the answer to that question is Islam is homophobic.
The scene stands out like a sore thumb. But in all honesty, I'm not surprised. Liberal media has long had...
Guys, in the live chat, I'm seeing some Arabic stuff. Please, for the sake of everybody else, use English. Thank you.
...an agenda of targeting the minds of...
Oh, agenda! The agenda! The LGBTQ agenda!
Media has long had an agenda of targeting the minds of impressionable young Muslims to be in line with the values of the progressive left.
The children, they're coming for the children. The LGBTQ people are after your children. Save the children.
And the irony amidst it all is the fact that it is all being done in the name of freedom of expression and embracing one's individuality. Pretty hypocritical if you...
How is that hypocritical? How is it? How? Guys, how does this follow? Where was it hypocritical? You know what? Okay, so you're like, this is hypocritical. They're saying it's free speech, but they're enforcing their values on us. Pretty hypocritical. How is it hypocritical? Nobody's forcing you to leave Islam. Nobody's forcing you to leave Islam. You're being exposed to other ideas. How is it hypocritical? How does that follow? God damn it. People do not understand what free speech means. People are like, if you tell them like, you know what I should do to these people? It's kind of like, hey, what's your favorite color? And they're like, oh, my favorite color is pink. I'm like, what happened to my free speech? You're exposing me. My favorite color is green, and you're exposing me to other ideas. You're enforcing your views on me. But you think you're saying that you value free speech, but now I'm seeing other ideas. You hypocrites! You don't value free speech. I'm exposed to other ideas.
You ask me. I mean, how can one honestly be preaching freedom of expression while insidiously be eluding Muslims to reform their religion?
Freedom of expression doesn't mean that that people don't get to say about their views. Talk about their views. Like, hey, the Muslim community, protect them, put them in a bubble, make sure they're not exposed to anything else, any competing ideas against their worldview. Because freedom of speech? What the hell are you talking about? See,
not allowing Muslims to be Muslims.
Not allow Muslims to be Muslims with half a second of a Niqabi woman, then coming right after it, having another woman on a skateboard with a LGBTQ, whatever she was holding. How is that half a second video not allowing Muslims to be Muslims? Show me the Muslims that were like, oh, I was Muslim yesterday, but then Nike had to make that video. Oh, my religion is gone. I can't be Muslim anymore. I want to be Muslim, but I lost my faith. I'm forced. I'm an ex-Muslim now. Didn't want to be, but I'm forced to be ex-Muslim. They didn't let me be Muslim. Nike, what did you do? Like, how? These people, my God.
Muslims to be Muslims, be eluding Muslims to reform their religion, not allowing Muslims to be Muslims. Yet the sad truth is, in the eyes of the corporate giants, Muslims, in particular Muslim women, are no more than a market and a means of profit. And big...
Wait, to who? To for-profit companies? Was that a revelation to you? Hold on, what did she say?
Muslim women, giants, Muslim. The sad truth is, in the eyes of the corporate giants, Muslims, in particular Muslim women, are no more than a market and a means of profit.
To big corporations, Muslims are a means to a market and means to a profit? Newsflash! Everybody is a means to profit for them. It's a corporation. It's what it's designed to do. You're not special. It's not about Muslim women. Everybody with half a cent in their pocket, it's a means to profit for them. It's not about Muslim women. It's everybody. What are you talking about?
And big brands will do whatever it takes to maximize on this.
Big brands will do everything they can to maximize profit. Of course. What do you think? As opposed to what? To minimize profits? You want them to minimize profits? They're corporations. That's what they're there for.
Such, we are constantly barraged with advertising that idolizes a Muslim that looks, acts, thinks, and behaves in a certain way. They will encourage...
Oh, because only your lifestyle is acceptable. Because all form of other lifestyles, if they're represented at any point, they're not valid. Actually, look at it's amazing that she says that, because the one, in fact, it's the moderate Muslims who should be complaining right now. The moderate Muslims look at that ad, and they are the ones that saying, like, you do know that most Muslim women don't dress like that, like a ninja, right? You do realize that most Muslim women don't even wear a hijab, right? And even when they do, most of them don't wear it like that. So they are the ones that should be complaining about why you're complaining. The Muslim woman in the ad was just like you. She was just like you. So the Muslim women who are not just like you, they should be complaining. What the hell is happening here?
Way, they will encourage you to go against the grain, to be bold.
No, this wasn't the ad. So see, some ads look like some other Muslim women, but some other ads look like you. Seems like a fair game. Seems like everybody is being represented, but no, you're the intolerant one. You're the one that says no, they all should be like me. They're not for. You're the one with the high standards. You're the one that says, like, oh no, it has to be based on our values, or it shouldn't be accepted.
Be different. To be a model Muslim that will serve...
Look, they're showing you an ad of... Oh my God.
...corporations' liberal ideals and help them reach their marketing goals.
If we think greatness is supposed to look a certain way, act a certain way, and play a certain way, we certainly need to rethink some things.
Now, I'm not trying to say we shouldn't be Muslim women that are fit, active, and healthy.
Oh yeah, that would be crazy, unlike everything else you've been saying so far.
All of this is no doubt commendable when it is done the right way. We have no issue.
The right way. That means your way. Your way is the right way. And you're saying other people are not accepting.
With that. But what I am trying to say is don't let these corporate giants define what it means to be you.
Imagine looking at an ad that is trying to be more accepting at the highest number of list of people, the way people are. And the message is like, all of these, any way you want to be is good. We accept all of it. You be you, and we accept you. And she's saying, oh, they're trying to tell you to be a certain way. No, they're not saying that. You're saying that. You're telling the Muslim girls to be your way. The ad that we just watched is telling people to be whatever they want to be. You're the hypocrite here.
A Muslim. Don't let corporate giants define what it means to be you. A Muslim. Don't let them delude you away from knowing that your greatness is in obtaining the pleasure of Allah. Living
yes, she's like, don't let corporations to tell you to live a certain way. Let me tell you how to live a certain way.
Life in line with that you're Muslim.
I'm gonna play this without stopping because I know I do that too much. Sorry.
Corporate giants define what it means to be you, a Muslim. Don't let them delude you away from knowing that your greatness is in obtaining the pleasure of Allah. Living a life in line with your religion and a life whereby you uphold your values. Islam. Your values have been set. Your religion is complete. No matter how many people will tell us it's outdated, needs reformation, and needs to change, that is just not the case. And Allah has affirmed this in the Quran. Today I have perfected for you your religion and completed my favor upon you and have approved for you Islam as your religion. So my dear Muslims, and of course my sisters, be strong, be brave, and don't let them take away from your greatness in being a true Muslim.
And interestingly, unlike the Nike ad, what the Nike ad is saying is how we are accepting of all these ways of lives. And you could all come pay us money. We're not going to deny any of your money. If you want shoes, as long as you have currency, we'll take your money, okay? All of you are acceptable. That's what Nike is saying. And this woman is saying, no, not everything is acceptable. This is acceptable. And she's calling Nike a hypocrite because free speech, because I don't know for what, because they're not being tolerant. In fact, they are being tolerant. And the main point I want to make here is that when she says that this is how you should be as a Muslim girl or woman, it's not just a suggestion. So you know how she mentioned that what happened to free speech? Even though there's no even if Nike was saying be like this, there's no enforcement behind that claim. I mean, they didn't even say that, but if they did, there's no enforcement behind it, right? But when she says be like this, guess who's not for freedom here? Because this is not just a suggestion. The Islamic values come not just as a suggestion, but a command with enforcement backing up the command. If you're in an Islamic country by law, and if you're not in an Islamic country by abuse, pressure, ostracization, demonization from community and family and friends among the people that live her lifestyle, right? So when she says these are hypocrites who do not believe in free speech, no, you're a hypocrite. You're not tolerant. Oh my God, we got a super chat. €5 super chat. Marcus saying, Armin, your live streams are pretty amazing. If only you would talk more and be a bit louder, they would be perfect. Okay, so I know that's a joke. Sorry, have I been yelling too much? I did want to say, guys, don't make any jokes that is. No, guys, don't make I don't like some of the jokes that are against her, like, because, the magic carpet and the, beloved rags and stuff like that. I don't, guys, that's below the belt. So I don't do that, okay? Because we could, I mean, here's the thing. Let's be fair, okay? She's probably a good person. She brings attention at the beginning of this video to eager Muslims. We can make fun of her ideas, okay? And I did call her a hypocrite because she was being a hypocrite, but I'm sure she's a good person overall, just like most people, okay? Like, don't make it too personal. At least when you are attacking somebody, make sure you're attacking them because certain ideas that they're, attack the idea. So, okay, so let me actually do that myself, okay? She's not inherently a hypocritical person. She was just being a hypocritic. just being a hypocrite when she said that. Okay, overall, she might not be a hypocrite. Okay, so I just want to be fair. Oh, that was the end of it. Let me show you the last one. And thank Marco. Thank you for the super chat.
This Nike video that come out with the Niqabi.
Oh wait, hold on. So this guy, this last guy, he has a different problem. He's like, all these Muslims, they got it wrong. They're missing the point. It's LGBTQ, whatever. That's not even my problem. What do you guys think this guy's problem is with that? What do you guys think this way? He's like, that's you guys are worried about the wrong thing. The major sin you lost, you know, they're like, this is, yeah, LGBTQ is a sin, but so is a whole bunch of other things. The main sin here that Islam is all about, what is the unforgivable sin in Islam? Right? This guy is like, you guys are way behind. What do you guys think? No, Marco is saying, guess before I play it. Don't check. Already gave you a hint. Marco is saying women practicing in sports. Nope. Guess. Anybody else? Nobody else?
Well, like, you know what's funny about this Nike video that come out with the Niqabi girl on the skateboard, and then she transitions into like an LGBT homosexual kind of advocate.
Yeah, man. Bye-bye.
You see that homosexuality agenda that they're pushing. Notice how the Muslims are more annoyed at that than they are at the fact.
They're more annoyed at. By the way, I just saw 2020 just P2020 just signed up for Discord. That's awesome. Great. Thank you for that. Oh, Susanna is here. Hey, Susanna, you missed a whole bunch of amazing content. But guys, guess this is your last chance. He's saying Muslims missed the point. They're more annoyed at that, but they should be annoyed at something else. Oh, here. Tindoroma is saying women without the protection of a man. Nope. Think about it. It's Islam. What's the most important concept in Islam? The most important foundation of Islam is Tawheed. Tawheed. Anybody? Going once, going twice. He's right there, you know. He's also right. Like, if you want to be, he knows his Islam more than those other two people. But it's still ridiculous. I mean, it's still going to be very ridiculous.
Fact that Nike's name.
Oh, wait, Chopin has a suggestion. Oh, he said Nike's name. He said Nike's name. Chopin saying that they are in a video. No, how could that be the most unforgivable sin in Islam? Our Lady Atheist Republic, Saint Susanna is here. Yes, you're right. Said he's okay. I'm just gonna giving more importance to sports than Allah. Oh, Abdullah knows that I'm referring to shirk, but not quite. He said Nike's name. Here it is. No, killing. Nope, not that either. Okay, let's just play.
That homosexuality agenda that they're pushing. Notice how the Muslims are more annoyed at that than they are at the fact that Nike is named after a god besides Allah.
They're more annoyed than that than the fact that Nike's name is a name after a god other than Allah. That is the most unforgivable. That's shirk. That's the unforgivable sin. He's like, you guys are focusing on that. Chopin is laughing. Yes, Nike. Yeah, Abdullah is saying Nike is a pagan god. Exactly.
I saw people on Instagram actually coming out and saying, I didn't agree. I don't know, saying I used to wear Nike even though I had that name, a name of another god. But now with the whole LGBT stuff, Nike went too far. So I'm saying LGBT, if a person acts in a promiscuous way, whether he fornicates, whether he engages in homosexuality, or whatever branch of LGBTQ plus, whatever it is, at most that's a major sin. At most that's a major sin. But I'm saying the one who wears Nike, knowing it's a name of another god, like, that is a name of a god besides Allah. Like, that is shirky, bro.
That's shirky, bro. That's shirk, bro. Mark is saying, ouch, Nike is the goddess of victory. Yes, the goddess of victory. How could I miss that? P2020 saying they're just looking for a boogeyman as usual. Nike versus Allah. Yeah, Nike is a pagan god. Yeah, Greek or Roman goddess of luck. That woman is a walking advertisement for apostasy.
And that shows you the people, they don't know to read online. And
They don't know Tawheed. See, I told you Tawheed is the most important. The foundation of Islam is Tawheed. And that's why, yeah, that's a different topic.
They're not as concerned with Tawheed as they are concerned with what? These sins and whatever, these kind of things.
Tawheed, being concerned with Tawheed is more important than sins. Because LGBTQ stuff is sin. Sins can be forgiven. If you deny Tawheed, that's unforgivable. You know, that's eternal hellfire. You could be gay Muslim. You could be a Muslim who does gay, you know, takes an action based on their homosexuality or their sexual orientation, and they're sinning, and they could do tawbah, and God could forgive them, and they can come back to the right path. But if you deny God's oneness, the principle of Tawheed, that God is one and everything is from God, and there's no God but Allah, then you're doomed, right? And he's right. He's recognizing that, you know, he knows if he's being consistent with Islamic values. There's way more important in Islam than any sin.
Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab, he was teaching the people Tawheed for years. One second.
Abdullah is saying, I'm going to pray to Nike 5 times a day. How am I getting the pronunciation of Nike right and all these people are getting it wrong? They say Nike. It's Nike.
What I say, Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab was teaching people Tawheed for years. So some of the students came to him one day and said, Sheikh, he said, Sheikh, you taught us Tawheed, like we know it now. Teach us something else. Yeah. So next day he comes to them and he says to them, okay, we're going to start something fresh. Yeah. But how he opens up discussion, he said, did you hear about that man who slaughtered an animal in the name of someone else besides Allah? No. And by slaughtering an animal is an act of? Assalamu alaikum. Slaughtering an animal is an act of?
Shirk.
Ibadah.
Oh,
right?
Never mind.
Like the udhiyah we just done for Eid al-Adha. Slaughtering an animal is an act of ibadah. Did you hear about a man who slaughtered an animal for someone else other than Allah?
What? A'udhu billah minash shaitanir rajim. My God, protect me.
Well, this is wrong. This is kufr, of course. It's wrong.
Kufr is kufr.
And then he kept it moving. And the Sheikh said, did you hear about the man who done zina with his own mum?
Oh.
Yes, bro.
Somebody had sex with zina means like having unlawful sex. So I think what he's saying is like he's telling a story of somebody who had sex with their own mom, which is like, oh my God, such a bad sin. And he's trying to tell the story. In that story, the person that committed the shirk, which is like questioning the oneness of God, that's way worse. So it's he's basically saying it's even worse than having sex with your own mom.
He said, you heard about the man who done zina with his own mom? The students were like, what?
What?
Disgusting. I said, look at that. You got more annoyed and upset at the man who done a sin. No matter how disgusting the sin is, but it's a sin. But when I told you about the shirk, it didn't hit you like that.
So he's saying Muslims are hypocrites. That's what he's saying. When I tell somebody that somebody has sex with their mom, they have this knee-jerk gut reaction that is disgusting. But if somebody says like, oh yeah, God isn't, you know, if they have partners for God or recognize other gods, they don't find that as disgusting. But you're saying, like, no, you should be disgusted by that more.
That's why we're going to come back to Tawheed. Come back to Tawheed.
Come back to Tawheed. Come back to Tawheed.
He said, no, you don't know it. Don't claim like you know it.
You've
not understood it yet. Because if you understand Tawheed, the shirk is worse.
The shirk is worse.
LGBTQ plus is wrong, and the agenda is batil, and we need to be angry and offended that they're trying to push it, and what they did with the Niqabi system, wallah, is wrong. But shirk is worse. And now, what's shocking is that now the Muslims are going to say, Nike, man, stop wearing it. Yeah. Now they're going to say boycott. Watch, they're going to start saying boycott Nike. Look at this, to that. But you know what it is? You're more concerned with what? The sin. Huh? The sin. Yeah. Than you are with the shirk, with the haqq of Allah Azza wa Jal. If that does not show that the ummah doesn't know Tawheed the way it needs to know it. En masse.
The Ummah doesn't know Tawheed. So the Ummah means the Muslim community. He's saying the Muslim community doesn't understand the importance of Tawheed. So he's criticizing, he decided not to criticize Nike, he decided to criticize Muslims.
I'm talking about en masse. And they need to study it. And I don't know what else does. Wearing an name of another God.
Name of another God? Can you imagine? Another God. Oh my God. Oh, guys, can you imagine? It's the name of another God. Oh no.
That doesn't make you realize there's something wrong with Nike. But the rainbow does.
Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys. So that was the end of it. I do want to go to the channel. Oh no, I just want to show you Discord. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so Discord, you see, if you go to our Discord server link, if you're on YouTube, the link is in the description. If you're on Twitch, the link is in the About page. So if you go to our Discord server, there's a channel here. What the hell? Video recommendations. I don't know. Okay, so, oh yeah, I see the in P2020 is posting video recommendation. So this is not where we post our own videos, but thank you, Soha, for posting them here. This is where we post recommendations for future live streams, right? And if you want to see the upcoming live streams, let me see. Hold on, let me see what you guys. I'm going to pay attention to the live chat right after this, okay? So you can see if you go to our homepage, there's a section called upcoming live streams. So the next one is going to be in 10 hours. It's called Bizarre Iranian Theories on the Pandemic, okay? But yeah, if you make sure you always hit like, but oh, you can't see the notification bell because this is my own channel. So actually you can hit the notification bell now because that's but if you go to the live stream that you're watching right now, you can see there's a notification bell here. So like the video and also hit this, make sure to subscribe, and you could join as a member, which gets you access to exclusive video. But you could also be a patron and to get access to the same exclusive video. But hit this bell button, the most important thing. Hit this bell button, and then make sure it's not unpersonalized. Personalized doesn't mean anything. Make sure it's on all, okay? Hit all. Hit the bell button. Because if you do that, what will happen is, you know what will happen? What will happen is that you guys will actually get to be part of the live discussion that we have together instead of watching this later. So you get to be part of the conversation. Anyways, let me see what you guys are saying in the live chat. Oh, you're just talking to each other. Anything for me? Anything for me? Nothing for me? Okay. P2020 saying, man, this is like an episode of We Do Vids. Oh, really? Oh, wow. I'll take that as a compliment. I love We Do Vids. Okay. All right, I guess nothing. You'll get notifications. Yes. Oh, here. Muhammad Ibrahim is saying, I don't think I ever met a Muslim who's for freedom of expression and freedom of speech. It's always freedom in the limit of Islamic values. That's not freedom. Okay, to be fair, most people say that. Most people are like, well, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom to say, like, nope. No, it does. Whatever you're going to say, unless you're going to say a direct call out to violence or a scam or, a fraud, I think that's pretty much it. Or shouting fire in a theater. Other than that, if whatever you say no, it does cover that. Oh, freedom of speech doesn't mean the freedom to say hateful stuff or be offensive or to say racist. No, it does. Actually, it does cover all of that. Sorry, it does. Unfortunately, fortunately, actually. Yeah, those are horrible speech, but yeah, freedom of speech is not freedom of speech that you like. If it was the freedom of speech that you like, then they wouldn't need protection. So to be fair to Muslims, not everybody, but non-Muslims say that as well. Chopin saying, I had a thing for you that you missed. Let me copy them. Oh, okay. If they want love to be in control of burly muscular men, I don't know what it means, who control them with their stake, who am I to invalidate them? Hashtag Apache helicopter. Okay, guys, Chopin gets to make the Apache helicopter joke because he's trans and gender fluid, so he gets a free pass on this. Is that how it works? I don't know. P2020 saying, hit the Twitch follow and subscribe. Yes, please, guys, follow us on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, link to our Twitch is in the description. Soha saying, yeah, I noticed that I posted in the video recommendations after posting. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Julian, who's often weird, but today he's not Oh, no, he's being weird today as well. It's fine. We tolerate Julian and his weirdness. Abdullah is saying, do you think in the next 50 years the atheist community will grow enough? I mean, there's no such thing as the atheist community. There's a whole bunch of atheist communities. Okay, there are many different atheist communities, and they don't have, So Atheist Republic is one of those atheist communities, and we will be growing, I hope, in the next 50 years. And I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of them will stop. Some of them will end. New ones will come. And overall, they will grow both in number and in size because atheists as a whole are growing. So if atheists as a whole are growing, I'm pretty sure their communities around atheists will also grow. So that's what I think. Of course. Banksy is saying, do you about? I think this is not correct. Do you about the Christian woman that was attached in, I don't know what this means, in London Speaker's Corner 2 weeks ago? I don't know what this is referring to. If you want to recommend a video that covers this link to the Discord server in the description. Some people are saying, oh, I love your content. Thank you, Eureka. I suggested 3 videos yesterday too. I am thinking of reacting to Daniel. Okay, Daniel Islamic Pikachu's LGBT and feminist videos. Oh, guys, check out Shopham's channel as well. Yeah, I saw your suggestions, Shopham. It was really good. I'm gonna make some live streams on those. Marco saying in the past 50 years in the next 50 years there will be a lot of European countries where atheists are really large majority, like 90% and more. Yes. Good. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. It was fun hanging out with you guys. One last comment I'm gonna read. Don't get offended if I don't read your comment. Abdullah is saying, do you see the Islamization of the West as a threat to free speech and liberal values? Yes, but not by a lot. The main threat to free speech in the Western countries that I think you're referring to is Christianity, the woke cult. Islam is not a major threat to free speech in those countries. It's obviously a threat, but a minor threat compared to those 2 other threats. Islam is a major threat to free speech in Islamic countries. Banks is saying, okay, I want to go, but you guys keep asking good questions. I said last time, but now this is the last one. Sorry, my autocorrect went crazy. It was about. Yeah, I didn't see that. Sorry. Okay, this is the last one. Soha. Okay, P2020 is saying thank you, and Soha is ending it by saying like and subscribe. It just takes half a second. It's not that hard. It's right over here somewhere. You might as well do it and follow us on Twitch. Okay, hit the notification bell. I saw on our statistics in the on YouTube that only 15% of the people who were watching these videos, 15% hit the notification button. Why do you not hit the notification button? Why? Just do it. It's right here. It's easy. It helps the channel. Thank you guys. All right. Bye. Hit the notification bell now.